I'm sure everybody that lives in North America right now is well aware of just how bad the gas prices have been. According to a few outlets, they're the highest they've been since 2014, and it doesn't look like they're going to go down anytime soon. On top of this, there was recently also a shortage on gas. A lot of people were having this problem. 90% of pumps in DC were without fuel. And I think that this has kind of gotten a little bit better, but it's still probably going to be a problem all summer. I was reading something the other day about how, last year with the COOF and everything getting shut down, this shut down schools. And apparently a lot of the people that drive tanker trucks, they need special requirements, and because everything got shut down or they may be left for another job or retired, there's going to be a shortage of people to haul gas around. So that's going to cause even more of a problem. So I'm not an expert on this stuff, but it looks like we're going to have some issues this year. But thankfully, the celebrity is here to let you know that you are an istophobe and you need to plop down your money and go get an electric car because you can afford it, right? That's what Mark Ruffalo is saying, if you don't know who that is. This is the guy who plays Bruce Banner, the Hulk, at Marvel. I'm sure everyone watching this channel probably knows that, but just letting you know. He says, very cool, gas is over. This is a response to Ford Motor Company tweeting about the new F-150, the electric F-150, which I actually think, I think electric cars and trucks are pretty cool, particularly if you want to make one for racing. Like, you can do some really interesting stuff with these cars. I've seen Teslas just smash drag race cars. And that's because they don't weigh anything, right? They don't have a big ass engine and stuff. Like, they can do a lot. But what irritates me with Mark, who loves to be politically active on Twitter all day, he's talking about this stuff, is how is gas over? Okay, you're talking about pretty much giving the finger to the lower and middle class people who can't really afford to go grab this stuff. By the way, he's not done. He also says this. Donald Trump ignored the science and the voices of indigenous people to rubber stamp risky pipelines across the country. Now the new national campaign, #StopTrumpPipelines, is fighting back. Follow at No More Pipelines for the latest. This was tweeted May 20th. Think about that for a second. No more pipelines. So we need these pipelines to get oil across the country. I don't think, eventually oil will be phased out and we'll have electric cars that are efficient and stuff like that. But that's still a little whiles off. You can't just expect, especially people that have lower class incomes, right? People that live in the poverty rate. A lot of these, if they live in the poverty rate, most of these people have lots of kids too. Okay. How do you expect them to be able to afford to go grab an electric vehicle, Mark? Let alone one big enough to fit a family in, by the way. Let me show you this. Now, I just did a little basic stuff here. If I'm wrong here or something, forgive me. I'm not an expert on prices of electric cars, but we've got the lowest one here priced at $29,000. Okay. This one right here as well, this Twizy car, apparently is the cheapest electric car, but it's also one of the smallest cars ever. Okay, what are you supposed to do if you've got 4 or 5 kids? What are you supposed to do if you've got 3 kids, right? How are you going to fit your whole family in an electric car, let alone drive it to multiple jobs throughout the day? Because a lot of these lower income people work multiple jobs to get by. Where do they find the time to, drive to all these different jobs and charge it, especially when like an electric car needs 12 or 13 hours, I think, to charge fully. A fast charger is 2. But I've looked in a couple of cities, and a lot of these urban areas literally have no infrastructure for electric vehicles. So you've got no places to charge them, and you can't afford them. So who's going to be able to run out and buy these? But Mark says gas is over. It's so tone deaf and out of touch. But Mark doesn't understand that. He doesn't give a shit because Mark drives around wherever he wants in a humongous, I'm sure, like humongous, like truck or some kind of supercar or really fancy car that I could only ever dream of owning. And I think that's fine. He's a rich celebrity, right? He can go buy one. But my point is, how can you be so tone deaf to people that can't afford to do this right now? Or don't even live in a damn area where there's a fast charger around or something, which I don't think anyone talks about. Why don't you look up a city like Detroit or something and see how many electric outlets they have for fast charging your car, okay? Let's see how that goes. Or like a rougher neighborhood community. How many outlets do they have to charge a car there? So how are these people just going to switch over from gas when things are like this right now? Hell, can they even afford the electric bill that's going to go up from charging this car? But Mark doesn't think about that. He's too busy flying from point A to B. Hey, this town's there. Let's just take a private jet to that next town. Right, Mark? Mark's the kind of celebrity that will fly, and he'll fly to in a private jet, mind you, to some event where he talks about climate. And this is one of the reasons why people are so sick of Hollywood. It's out of touch comments like this. So if you're hard living right now and kind of pissed that gas prices are going up and that there might be a shortage. Maybe you had to wait 2 or 3 hours to get gas last week. Well, Mark Ruffalo here pretty much giving you the finger, in my opinion. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all this. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, take a moment. Make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. There's something going on right now, and they've been unsubscribing people. So just take a second and double check on that and subscribe if you're new.